Good evening, Northern Arizona. Student forecaster Aaron Vitatoe here. Now, unfortunately, we were not able to do a full news broadcast as a team, but I'm still here to give you guys the weather here, actually alone in the studio, one person in control room. Pretty fun time. Now, if you'll remember last week, I showed you guys a graph that looked pretty similar to this, telling you that we might be breaking the record for the driest monsoon season here in Flagstaff for the second year in a row, 2019, last year being the last time we broke that record. I altered the graph just a little bit based on the National Weather Service. Now, if you look over here for September 21st, our value is about 1.78 inches. We did see some precipitation yesterday. Nobody seemed to have recorded it. Can't find that recorded value, but I can say precipitation value is probably a little above 1.78. Just not much. But looking at this blue bar over here, last year, this time in 2019, we saw 1.24 inches. So we are actually above what would be our driest. But if you remember last week that this blue bar was all the way up here to about, I'd say close to 7 inches, notice the last 2 years, we've not gone anywhere near that. So while we are not breaking a record for the driest, we're still, at the moment, the second driest monsoon season in recorded history for Flagstaff, and nowhere near that average value, which means this could end up being our new normal. So what does that mean going forward for autumn? Well, dry temperatures, basically, dry conditions, and warm temperatures. If you'll notice, I'm not wearing a coat, and that's for good reason. Taking a look, today was the autumn equinox. Happy first day of fall, my personal favorite season. Today we saw a high of 72 degrees, which is a little bit below what we've been seeing lately, but is by no means below average, not cold at all. We saw some clouds moving in with a chance of thunderstorms. Haven't seen any yet, just those thunderclouds hanging in the sky threatening us with a good time. But moving forward, we're going to see higher temperatures, dry conditions, and clear skies. Now at the moment we're seeing clouds in the skies, and that's going to continue on tonight. I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But throughout the week, it's going to get dry and warm, 5 to 10 degrees above average, actually, across northern Arizona. Now, Flagstaff, currently, we're seeing about 68 degrees, and looking at relative humidity, you'll notice that it is relatively humid out, so we're still seeing some of that moisture in the air. But whether or not those clouds are going to release the rain, we're going to have to wait and see for that. Now, looking at our temperatures, like I said, we're not below average by any means, not cold. We're actually on average for first day of fall, temperature 71 being that average, but 83 degrees was our record. And if you'll pay attention later, you'll notice that we're going to peak this week about 82, 83 degrees, meaning that we might actually hit that record, or at least closer to the record than we would in past years. But our lows are pretty much going to be on record, and that's going to carry out through the entire week. Now, like I said, we didn't see any precipitation today. We saw some yesterday, so our value since January 1st is a little bit above 8.46 inches, but not at all close to the average. So we're still seeing those dry conditions, and those temperatures across the state for today are still pretty low compared to the past couple of days. 72 Flagstaff, 102 Phoenix, 83 Sedona, 86 in Page. Fall-like temperatures, but not for long. Now tonight, temperatures are going to dip down to 42 degrees with a 10% chance of isolated showers, but that is going to dissipate throughout the evening. Lower chance, clouds are going to move out, and the temperature is going to rise to about 79 degrees tomorrow. We're going to see some light winds pick up throughout the day, but nothing too major. And across the state, that warming trend is going to continue here. 92 in Sedona, 108 Phoenix, 89 in Page. Like I said, 79 in Flagstaff, and I'm going to mention that again because you'll notice today was about 72 degrees going all the way up to 79, and that, especially across all of northern Arizona, is 5 to 10 degrees above average for what it's supposed to be, varying for different regions. Now looking at our extended forecast, like I said earlier, we're going to peak at 82 degrees on Thursday, and temperatures are going to fluctuate going into the weekend, but clouds are going to move out. We're going to see those clear skies, dry conditions, warm temperatures, not really the ideal way to start fall, if you ask me. It is my favorite season. So I am hoping that temperatures are going to cool down just a little bit going into October, but for the foreseeable future, it looks like we're going to remain in the high 70s, low 80s, pretty close to the record for today of 83 degrees. So just prepare for that possibility, and let's just, keep our fingers crossed that sweater weather is just around the corner. We'll definitely keep you updated. Thank you so much for tuning in to this special weather segment. Make sure you tune in tomorrow, and we hope to see you next week.